Hey guys, I thought I looked pretty, so I'm gonna do a video. Okay, so again, going back to Jordan's list of topics, we did the sweets one. So I'm gonna talk about no appetite because I can relate to that feeling, and I think it's very important to just state my opinion regarding it because that's something that a lot of people experience, at least like in little phases. And so during recovery, I think for a lot of the time I didn't experience no appetite because I'm a student, and so a lot of the time is self studies or just very chill type of studies. But then, whenever I was really stressed, like all the time on my feet or with people and blah blah blah, I would immediately have much lower appetite, and then I would come home, I would like finally relax, and then my hunger would hit me. So, in my opinion, oftentimes the no appetite comes from stress or just distraction, and that's also why people with EDs always try to distract themselves. um, so, yeah. So, first tip, if you experience a lot of no appetite, try to calm down. Take a lot of time to relax and just allow the hunger, even though that scares you. Just do it. And then my second tip is if you wake up like, oh, I have zero hunger, blah blah blah, like I'm just gonna wait, I would still recommend you to eat. And now this is a little bit controversial. I'm not saying you should eat a huge amount of food, but I think in recovery, the hunger signals are still not that established. So I would, no matter what, recommend you to eat very frequently. I've talked about that before because it's something that didn't do until the very end of my recovery. And now, since I've been doing that, I just felt a lot more. Yeah, I think it just helps to kind of like have a more balanced energy throughout the day if you keep on consuming food. I'm not saying every 2 hours. In recovery, yes, probably it's better to consume something every 1 hour. But after that, like just if you wake up, eat something. It doesn't have to be big, like just eat something to show your body, like, I'm not scared of eating, even though, like, no matter what, like, I'm gonna eat, and you're gonna be able to eat something small. I'm not saying something huge, but I would, even if you don't feel a lot of appetite, I would still try to eat something small, and usually from there you will have hunger. It, at least that happens to me, is that I have no appetite, and then I eat something small, and then my hunger comes. So putting it together, I would recommend you to take a lot of time for yourself, especially in recovery. Like, really make sure to relax a lot of the time. Don't try to force yourself to socialize all the time, to like whatever, go out, and like things like in recovery, if you want to read a book, just do it at home. Don't tell yourself like, oh, I'm gonna go to this and this cafe and blah blah blah, because in recovery, honestly, your body just wants to chill on the sofa. And I know going to a cafe or to a park to read is nice, but I think in the back of your mind, at least that's what was with me, and I think a lot of brains are very similar in recovery. The reason why you want to do that is because you know that outside you won't have easy access to food, so you will eat less, you know? So whenever you have time, stay at home, just completely chill and eat as much as you want to. And then eat, even though you don't feel very hungry, like just eat something small. It's more for the, I don't want to tell you to like overeat. I think that's not okay. But just when you wake up, you don't feel too hungry, still eat like a little breakfast, just to show your body like there's frequency. It doesn't have to be scared. It's not like a huge phase of binging, then a huge phase of starving. It's like just showing the body that there's normality again, you know. So that's kind of my comment on no appetite. And then yes, there's phases in life where you just have less appetite because I don't know, because of emotions, like it happened to me. It could be bad or good emotions. Anyway, really try to have frequent food even though you might not feel starving, and then also tell yourself that you don't have to be starving in order to be deserving of food. Like, you can eat food no matter what reason it has. So yeah. And then oftentimes I think it's also a little bit the fear that you think once you start something you cannot finish, and usually in recovery that is always the case. But you will see that once you are really recovered, you start something, and if you're not hungry, you can just leave it because you don't actually have any hunger. So whenever you tell yourself, oh, but maybe that would be too much, also tell yourself that if you truly didn't have any hunger, you would be able to stop, no problem. You wouldn't want to continue eating, you know? So that's kind of my comment. If you don't feel hungry, I'm not saying you should force yourself to eat a huge ass meal, but just still make sure that you eat frequently, like every few hours, eat something. Even if you have days where you're not too hungry, because if you don't do it, your body will again think there's kind of weird circumstances, and like the phase of starvation is still not over. So yeah, make sure to eat. I'm now enjoying my coffee, and with milk, by the way. And yeah, today I've gotta write a lot, and today I slept so long. So I wanted to wake up at 8:30, which is already late for a lot of people. But I'm a stay-at-home student. No, I'm kidding. But a lot of the days I work from home, so I can sleep for the longest time. I mean, until 9 or 10. But today I wanted to wake up at 8:30. And then I woke up, it was 11. So I completely slept through my alarm, I guess. Where I turned it off without realizing, even though I put 2, like, I don't know how that happened. So I slept over 10 hours and I'm feeling so good. Sleep is so important. When I was on my exchange, I slept so much all the time. I miss it. But yeah. Okay, guys. I wish you all the best. Bye bye.